everyone. Welcome once again to Kopi Vans. This is your Vans, that's right. And as usual, there's always my coffee club. Cup, not club. And of course, there's clubs coming up as well. Everybody should be drinking coffee, right? I'm sure our speaker today, Dr. Ravee, as well, is having his cup today standing by because the last session, I think he didn't bring the cup. Yes, today our topic is about speaking positively versus living positively. And you know who's going to come in? That is our Dr. Ravee. Hello, Dr. Ravee.
Hi, Vance. How are you?
I am good, sir. How about you, sir?
I'm good, very good.
And you see, sir, today we anticipate for something to cock up, but it didn't.
Nothing, don't worry.
That's the thing, right? When we anticipate something, it doesn't happen. But when we anticipate something, then usually it goes a little haywire, right?
Haywire. But isn't that is the fun of life?
Yes, with a lot of excitement, right?
I mean, if we are going to expect everything to be straight, then there's not going to be a uphill. So we have to expect anything can happen in life. And we have to be prepared for that. And that is positivity.
Maybe we talk too soon because the show is still 1 hour, so anything can happen.
Oh,
so,
yes, of course, yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Welcoming you back again with Kopi Events for the second time.
Thank you for inviting me again, yes.
And also our viewers are now almost about 30 over viewers are watching right now. I'm sure more are coming in and they're all anticipate for what we have for today on our topic, which is speaking positively versus living positively.
Yes, right. Yeah.
So let's get started, sir. I mean, I know when we decided on this topic, because we do understand a lot of people, especially during this season, which is about the past 2 years or so, a lot of uncertainty is happening, a lot of negativity is happening. Viruses is trying to conquer us there and here, and new things are coming in, and the world is going under very unpredictable movements at this point of time. So let's start on this topic itself. So why you think but versus in this both aspect, either speaking it and living it itself?
Okay, because you see, in today's context, the word positivity is very frequently used. If you turn to any Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, any social media, a lot of people are mentioning about positivity. And at times when I look at all those videos, of course, I appreciate whoever is coming up with it. It's good to advocate positivity to everyone. But there is a difference between speaking positively and living positively. And we have to get that very clear if we really want to be successful with our positive thoughts. And that is what we are here for today.
And yes, I mean, like even if you look at this current situation, especially during this pandemic, it's a real situation. A lot of people have lost their jobs, got ill, and unfortunately, some has perished as well due to these viruses. Even in this kind of uncertainty, do you think we can live positively?
Definitely. You see, any kind of mishaps that's happening in the world now, any kind of mishap, whether let it be pandemic, endemic, whether it's war, whatever, all this has been happening in this world for many, many, many years. We have to understand that. It is just that maybe our generation is encountering this now. But all this while, all these things have been happening. As much as good things are happening in our life and in the world, a lot of negative things has also happened in this world and it's still happening and it will happen. So the balance between managing them is what we call positivity. You see, if we are going to expect something to be always good in our life, that is not positivity. That is being optimistic, but that doesn't mean it is positivity. Positivity is the first thing. We have to understand something. Whenever we talk about positivity, a lot of people think that it is to avoid negativity. No, you cannot avoid negativity. Positivity is not avoiding negativity. Positivity is handling negativity. So negative and positive, it will definitely be prevailing in this world. You're not going to run away from that. If you're going to escape from the negative part of this world, the world will not be functioning. In a simple example, look at a battery. Battery, right? When we light up a torch or whatever, every battery got two sides to it, the positive and the negative. If you're going to take out the negative ions from the battery is not going to function. And neither can the battery can be functioning only with the positive ions. No way. So even a battery, it needs a negative and a positive. How we are balancing them, how we are going to balance the chemicals is how we are going to get our bulb, the battery working. So life is not about getting everything correct, everything straight, everything happens in our way. No, that is not positivity. We have to come to an understanding that positivity and negativity is a part of the world. It's going to be the part of our life. And how we are going to balance them, how we are going to handle them, that is where the positive living comes in. So certainly it is possible in this kind of a situation in life now, the world is going, we can definitely still be positive. This is not new to this world.
Doctor, I mean, this topic itself is very deep. But,
Mm,
if you look at most of the people will say, oh, I'm positive, I'm positive. So
mm.
probably they are speaking it positively.
Yes,
But when
correct.
it comes to reacting to it or acting to it when situation throws at them, unfortunately, the situation is different because everybody wear different sizes of shirt,
Correct, yeah.
different sizes of shoes. So in that aspect, if someone is saying, okay, I'm positive, I'm going to face the challenges, but when the big waves hit them at all at one time,
Mm.
it seems that there is a bit of distortions happening within them, and then
Yes.
that speaking positively became negativity. In that
Mm.
aspect, in that context, what can one do to recharge again or to come away, come from that?
All right. Okay. First thing, Varnant, what people should really understand is they come to the, let's come start from the basic. We have to accept that in this world, there are two components. If there's a black, there is a white. If there is sun, there will be a moon. If there's milk, there might be poison. If there is brightness, there is darkness. We have to come to an understanding that the world is made up of these two components. And likewise, if there is a good situation, a positive vibration, there will be a bad situation which creates negative vibrations. So, the basic understanding to be positive is coming to the acceptance that the world has negative impacts equally as much as the positive impacts. Now, the question is how are we going to use our brain and our mindset to make this positivity more powerful than the negativity? That is what we have to come to the first step. So, like what you said earlier, a lot of people are saying positive things. I'm good, everything is good, everything happens for a reason, blah, 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 blah. But when something hits them hard, then their entire mindset changes. So, when someone is telling, I am good, this is good, everything happens for a reason, everything is vibrant, everything is good, they are only saying it at verbal level. Whether at their deep subconscious level they are accepting it is another question mark. So, what we are going to highlight today is how you are going to cross the borders of saying things positively and start living positively. And that is actually comes with certain kind of practice, a certain technique should be implied, and from there they will automatically convert from the verbal state to a mental state.
Doctor, I also understand from what you are trying to say, is it's two aspects. One can be
Mhm.
very positive in terms of verbal, but when come to actions, or rather
Yes.
how to react to 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 a certain situation, then the whole thing actually collapse on them.
Mm.
Is this something what we call a mind conditioning or a character building or your
Mm.
attitude building? Is it something like that? Is that
Okay,
along the
I
line?
wouldn't exactly say it's a mind control. Basically, they want the good things to happen, right? Everybody wants good things to happen to them. And when they believe that only good things happen to them, should happen to them, they become very optimistic about it and they start saying it out. This is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. But they are not understanding there is another side to whatever they are attempting, or another side that actually can be opposite to what they think should happen. So, in my context, when I say a positive person, is not a person who says positive words, but a person who prepares to handle the negative situations if it arises. It's very important. Like, say, for example, if you want to swim in an ocean, let's take it that you're going to swim in an ocean. Yes, it's good to say I can swim. I definitely can cross the ocean. I can do this. I'll sure succeed. Yes, it's good. But if a person is not going to understand the depth of an ocean, what kind of creatures are living in the ocean, what kind of dangerous animals are in the ocean, and is not prepared for it, These are the kind of people, when they suddenly encounter something dangerous in the sea or the ocean, they start panicking and then their confidence fades away. So, if you're really going to be positive, yes, it's good to believe that you can cross the ocean, but you must also understand what if it is otherwise. What precautions have you taken? Are you mentally prepared? Are you physically prepared if something goes wrong, something negative happens? And that is where you start living positively.
Gotcha, doctor. Gotcha. So we are going to
Mm,
go into the question right now. I mean, as we are
mm,
getting prepared and a little warmed up, I mean, viewers,
mm.
if you do have any questions, you can also engage Dr. Ravi so that he can you'll be very happy to actually to share part of that. And at
Yes,
the last
yes.
segment of our talk show, doctor, we are going to go into the first question itself about
Okay.
negativity.
Okay.
In this world right now, like what you mentioned earlier, everyone can be very positive, when it comes to other people's situation. But when it
Mhm,
comes to an individual situation, that's where all the panic button starts. They start to
mhm,
go into an anxiety mode, thinking of something that may happen, may not happen. That can also lead to burnout and even depression as well. As we can see, there are many cases with many people
mhm.
with a lot of anxieties, and that
Correct.
often lead to depression as well. So, do you think that negativity is also a part of leading to anxiety and depression eventually?
Definitely. You see, like we always say this example, failure is the opposite of success. Right? We always say that, right? Failure is the opposite of success. This is how general people classify it. But if you really ask a really positive person, a person who's living with positive attributes, he will say failure is a part of success.
There you go.
You see, to say that failure is the opposite of success is layman's term. But if you really want a positive natured person to say, they will say that failure is a part of success. So if you want success, you definitely have to face some kind of a failure in your life. Likewise, if you want positivity, you need to face some kind of negativity so that you understand what is positivity. You cannot become positive without having a certain essence of negativity within you. Sometimes these are the negativities, these kind of negativities are the one that stirs your positive thoughts. So we need them as well. Just like you need bacteria to make milk out of yogurt out of milk, right? So that bacteria is actually, although it's contaminated, it's not good, but it helps in a way to make the milk become a yogurt. Likewise, for positive people, sometimes you have to encounter negative feelings, negative emotions, negative situations. That is where the positivity in you starts shining. So positivity is good. Negativity helps it to become better. This is how you should see. This is what you mean by a positive living.
Doctor, I think I'm really liking this topic right now because
Uh-huh.
often people have a high anticipate for greater things to
Hmm.
happen. When plan A doesn't work, we don't need to
Hmm.
worry because there's almost so many alphabets in the A, B, C, D,
Hmm.
and kind of stuff. But what I'm
Hmm.
trying to make here is, does negativity makes you way much more stronger compared to a person who never faced any negativity?
Definitely. If you want, you are a gym trainer, right?
Yes,
If
I
I were to
am.
come
I
and
am.
tell you, you're a trainer, physical trainer, isn't
Yeah.
it? If I were to come and tell you, Vanan, I want muscles, but I don't want to carry the weights. Can it be done? No, right? So
Definitely
if I
no.
want the muscles, I need to carry the weights. If I want to become positive, I need to encounter negativity. So you cannot run away from this. And no one in this world can be always facing positivity. No way. A human mind is not designed just to have positive thoughts. The negativity is just like a stirring factor that makes you become positive. But you must have the correct techniques, the correct knowledge and understanding to convert it. If too much of bacteria is added into milk, the milk spoils. If you don't add the bacteria, it doesn't become yogurt. So you need the correct portion. You must know how exactly to ferment it, right? So that's how exactly negativity and positivity works.
Doctor, a real character of a person can be only
Mm.
seen during a challenge time because most
Yes,
of the
of course.
time
Yeah. Mm.
they have these beautiful masks. I mean, not
Mm.
the mask that we wear from the
Mm.
virus, but a beautiful mask they are wearing. But
Okay.
unfortunately, at this current situation, we are wearing two masks. One is the face mask, and then the another mask to to cover our identity. But I like that another part you also mentioned that challenges and failures actually make a person stronger. But is
Yes.
it could be also because of the high expectation I have? I need to see the results. I only going for the results. But then when the negativity comes in or the failure comes in, they become very in a miserable state. That
Yes,
kind of a
exactly.
person, how can we remodule again them or remodule into such a way
Obviously,
that
like what I said in the beginning of this talk, you have to understand there are two components to anything that you do. And success and a failure are two components that you will definitely fail. We all like to be optimistic. We all want the positive things to happen. But the reality is, it is not always the positive things that happen. So, negativity, or rather, what you classify it to be a failure, still will persist in your life. How are you going to manage them? Like down here, I like to quote what Swami Vivekananda said. See, you can do anything you want. If you succeed, you start leading the people. If you fail, you become a guide. So, in each context, there is no such thing as it's a waste. Negativity is not going to help you. So, if you succeed, you become a leader. If you fail, you become a guide. Right? So, likewise, negativity, if you see it as a negative thing, a failure is negativity. I expected something very high, it did not meet my requirements. Then the problem is with the way we cultivated our thoughts. We should be always ready for both levels. You see, simple thing. We bought a flight, right? When we go to any other countries, we bought a flight. Two things can happen. Either you will land or you might not land.
land in somewhere?
Right? I mean, true. That is the reality. The moment the plane actually leaves this ground, either you land the other side or you might not land. But we
True,
all want
true,
it
so
to
true.
land. So we always believe that it should land and we mentally prepare for it. But the possibility is it might not land also. It has happened. So how are you going to manage? We some or other unconsciously we know that we might not land, and that is why we actually prepare our insurance. So we actually know about it. It's just that we don't give enough weightage to balance both. And that's where we should train our mind. Negativity and positivity both will exist in your life, but somehow or other we need to embrace the positivity and live with it. Yeah.
Doctor, I mean, I also would like to add on like what you exactly had said. You're spot on. Everybody will going to be perished in one day, very soon,
Uh-huh.
or
Yes,
maybe very
yes.
late. But eventually, yes. But are we going to worry about that? Because it's not really a negative situation, but we never
Mm.
worry about that. But we're always staying positive, saying that we are living a beautiful life and we are
Mhm.
doing things what we have to for our loved ones and our friends and families. But
Yeah.
if we are going to think about that situation and live as of today, I think we will be living in a misery, right? Um,
Obviously.
but in that, but in that aspect, that every one of us don't think about that at that point of time. But
Uh-huh.
a situation hits them, and then they are totally devastated. So that is the thing that the mind, or whether is it a character, or is it the way they built, is some mechanism, some or other, just fails on them, and especially not to talk about the hormones and emotions hijack them at every level.
Mhm. Yes, true. You see, if we are going to look at one day we will leave this earth, so why are we I mean, why we need to suffer and why we need to go through these things? Let's stop everything. That is not life is about. Life is full of experience and experiment. You came to this earth. Some people are given 30 years, some people are given 50 years, some people are given 100 years. It doesn't matter how long we are living, is what we are doing, what we are experiencing, and what we are experimenting in that given time that we have. That what matters. Like if you go back to Mahabharata, there's one episode between Yama and Yudhishthira. And Yama asks Yudhishthira, what is the most surprising thing in this world? And Yudhishthira answers, we see everyone dying every day, but we always think that we are going to be there forever. You
Very
see,
true.
even Yudhishthira thought about it. But if he's going to stick by it, he would not have fought the war. He would have felt that one day I'm going to die. Why should I fight the war? But no, life is not about we are going to leave this earth, so let's not do anything. Life is short or long, doesn't matter. Let's experiment it, experience it, and live life to the fullest. That is what life is all about.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for that reinforce for our viewers. And yes, viewers, you are able to send your comments in, and we will pull it in as we pursue with our topics today. Because I know more topics and more questions are coming in. So thank you. So we have Lakshmi here, a person fighting hard to
Uh-huh.
positivity, but surrounded by negative peoples who doesn't believe in living positivity. They believe
Mhm.
this is a natural of living. How to cross this situation, sir? She's asking for help
Okay.
here.
Okay. Basically, I think this is a very common topic asked by many people, and most usual answer that I will give is the ship and the sea. You know, a ship, right? A ship is very big. It's tons. The weight is tons, right? And somehow or other, it floats on the water, right? It floats on the water. When can this ship sink? Only if there's a hole in the ship, the water enters. You cannot ask why there are so much of water in the sea. Because if there are no water, there's no work for the ship. But what the ship should do, it should make sure that it doesn't get a hole in itself so that it doesn't sink. Likewise, you will meet a lot of people in this world, negative people, positive people, everyone is going to be surrounding you. How much of negativity from them are you going to allow to penetrate inside you? That's what's matter. You don't ask how powerful are these people. Ask how strong are you not to let this negativity penetrate inside you. That is most important. Focus on thyself. Focus on what your thoughts are. Focus on what your mindset is all about. Think about way to fortify yourself. This is the only way you can stop the people's negativity from entering you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for that. Thank you, Lakshmi, for that particular question as well as Dr. Ravi has cleared, explained it very clearly. We are going to go into the next topic itself about positivity attributes. Doctor,
Uh-huh.
personally in the fitness and the health sector, I always face situations where people go through enormous of these tsunami. I will call it the
Yeah.
tsunami because of these emotions that is being hijacked at them, and some feel that what, my emotions are my rights. I have to feel right to feel sad and happy, but the problem is they revisit the past, but they stay behind and not moving towards what we call now,
Mm,
or rather we
mm.
stay in the future and don't come
Yeah.
back. So for that
Yes.
kind of situation, how can we develop the positivity or attributes that we can talk about here, Doc?
Okay. Like what you just said, we all have three tenses in our life: the past, the present, and the future. The past is something that happened. Yes, it is in our memory bank. But definitely you cannot go back there. You can't revisit there. The future is something that we planned for, we have imagined. It is in our vision, but it has not materialized yet. So, what should one understand? The first thing is they should live for the moment. They should appreciate the current situation they are in. They should embrace whatever good things that is happening to them. Like sometimes, whenever our memory rekindles and we think about some negative past that happened, this is what I do. Maybe I'll sit down and something bothering me and something makes me feel that very negative and very low, and I feel down about the situation. I immediately think about three positive things that is currently happening in my life, and I start jotting it down. And that is one of the ways you have to do your own affirmations. You have to control your mind not to go back on the past and waste your time there. And if you really can't do it by yourself, that is where you need to see consultants or you need to see some kind of counselors and help you get away from those past.
Thank you, Doctor. And also, I think the one of the viewer is exactly as what you have explained to us about positivity during that negativity situations. But Doctor, if you look at the situation right now, we live in a daily basis, right? Of course, we have huge future plans that we
Uh-huh.
want to build a castle, we want to drive the biggest sports car, all these material
Uh-huh.
possessions. But Doc, one thing that is life is current, future may happen, may not happen, but
Yes.
to live in a very blissful state of what we call the present and to be living with full of ecstasy, what one should do? Because I think that will be the question for a lot of our viewers. That the taxi driver make me angry. Oh, the helper didn't pour the coffee on my coffee mug, but pour on my table. So we get situation irritated by surroundings, and then we are going through what we call misery. How can one be in control of the situation? Because it happens all the time, but people don't realize it after they have vent out their anger.
Correct. See,
What do
for
you
you to
think, Doc?
overcome this, for one to overcome this, they must understand the different levels of their mind they are functioning from. See, a lot of people think that they are functioning from one mind. They're just one mind that is working for them. No, they have various minds inside them. For example, the basic is the intelligent mind and the emotional mind. Intelligent mind is something that always gives you the logic. Emotional mind is something that always stirs your emotions. We all have both minds working with us, the emotional mind as well as the intelligent mind. But we must learn to look at our lifestyle and try to do more of the intelligent mind than the emotional mind. You see, like the situation you just told me, you're having a dinner and somebody just poured the coffee over you, right? Your intelligent mind will say, yes, you have to get up, go to the toilet, wash yourself up, and you come back and you continue with the meal. But your emotional mind will tell, make some noise, scold the fella, make sure that you show your temper, make sure you show who you are here. So these two minds are talking to you. Am I right? So you need to master to listen to the intelligent mind more. That is the reason why actually a lot of people do meditation. Why? Because they need to come to the conscious level. What has to be done now rightfully? Showing emotions, yes, is temperamental. It makes us angry. It makes the other person unhappy. Yes, it all happens, but it's not going to do any good. Yes, the coffee pot. Let's accept that the coffee pot. Yes, correct. What I need to do now, I need to go to the toilet, wash myself up, come back, and I'll enjoy my meal again. But if I'm going to show my anger, frustration, scolding the people around me, then what is going to happen? I become agitated, the people opposite me become unhappy, and I'm not going to enjoy the meal. So
Very true.
you cannot evade negativity. Such situations definitely will prevail. How are you going to handle them? And that is why speaking positively is very possible. Out of 100 people, 85 people can do that with some kind of training. But to live positively, out of 100%, maybe 15% might succeed. You get
Doctor,
what I
I'm going to
mean?
tell you, Doctor, I'm going to share a secret with you. Can I?
Okay. Yeah, please do.
It's a big secret. It's a bigger secret. And I'm sure we have almost close to 48 viewers watching right now, almost 50.
Nice, nice to
But I'm
hear
going
that.
to
Okay.
tell a secret right now. Okay, Doc. I was traveling to India
Okay.
and the plane's supposed to departure at a certain time. But due to weather, due to circumstances, situations, mechanical issues, the plane didn't take off. So
Okay.
we were redesigned for another plane flight, and the same time, everybody have to line up to this reception to collect our keys and all that. So in front of me, there's almost about 20 to 25 people lining up. Okay. And each of them are just screaming their over their top, over their below, whatever you want to call it, at that poor girl. And the girl is smiling and it's attending to it and the kind of stuff. So my turn came in. I just looked at her and said, "You're having a tough time, and because they are the challenges you have." Say, "Yes, sir, I had." And look at everybody just shouting at me and screaming at me, but I do not know. So I understand the situation. I was upgraded on my hotel room for just asking that question because I know for the fact it wasn't a mistake. Because of situation, it's delayed. So we got two reaction, like you said. Once I either use my intelligent mind or either use my emotional mind, which I don't use it because I don't
Okay.
let situations and environments to trigger us. But
Very good.
unfortunately,
Okay.
doctor, as we talk about this, everybody is reacting. Everybody is angry. Everybody is rushing. Everybody is pushing. It looks like a rat race in this era of what we call the human race we are living. How can we slow down this dog? I mean, how can we bring these information to people out there to listen to the intelligent mind rather than the emotional mind? Because the emotional mind is doing a big tsunami in their mind and body. And that is the biggest challenge for everyone right now.
Exactly. You see, in Tamil, they used to say a proverb. Like I just like to quote here, just that one line.
Please.
திருடனாய் பார்த்து திருந்தாவிட்டால் திருட்டை ஒழிக்க முடியாது. Right? That means if
Mhm.
a thief
Yes.
doesn't want to change, we are not going to stop theft. Likewise, if people choose not to use their intelligent mind, or people rather feel comfortable using only their emotional mind and vent out their frustrations and anger on some authorities or some people, then no matter how much of education that you're going to impart to them, it might not work. In order to use lesser of our emotional mind and jump to the intelligent mind, we need certain level of maturity, understanding, proper education, proper understanding of how situations work, a certain element of spirituality involved, and that is where they will start realizing. See, I am in travels as well. As much as I do motivation, I'm also in travels. It happens very commonly. Flight delays, and sometimes we have to wait at the airport. Initially, I used to get angry. Why is there a delay? Now, what I do is I accept it. If that flight is going to take off at 10:30 instead of 10, it will take off at 10:30. By me getting agitated, by me making noise, nothing is going to change. So, why do you want to waste your energy on something that is not going to change? And I always cite this example in my classes. I love one of the reptiles, which is crocodile. You see, if you see a crocodile in a swamp, it stays still, right? But if you jump into the swamp, you will see its full energy backing you down.
Yes.
Even a crocodile knows, crocodile knows that never use your energy unnecessarily because your energy is precious. But if it needs to whack you, it uses the full energy and grabs you and finish you off. So, likewise, if you want to make noise with someone, if you want to make noise with an authority, make sure there is some change that can be done. If you are very sure that nothing is going to change because of your making noise, then as well not make noise. So, what I do whenever my flight delayed, I always complain in my life that I don't have time to read books. I'll say that God has given me the time. I'm reading books now. So
So
this
we
is
got to
where the
see
it was not easy.
opportunity, right, doctor?
It took me years to master all these kind of techniques. It was not in the initial stages. When I was in my 20s or early 30s, I don't think so. I was
Amen.
that patient. But now at my age and my understanding about life, I said, okay, if it's going to leave at 10:30, it's 10:30. Me making noise not going to happen. Why spoil my emotions? Fine, let me read a book for half an hour. And I
Doctor, I
just
think
live.
that's an opportunity, right? Do you think it's an
Sorry?
opportunity that given to you an opportunity?
Okay, opportunity is one. Everyone is given opportunity. I always believe that the world is fair. It has given opportunity to everyone. The question is how much you have absorbed the opportunities,
There you go.
right? So if we don't have the capacity to absorb the opportunities, then no point complaining that some people are getting opportunities and some people are not giving opportunities. Everyone is given at one point of their time. Whether you want to grab it is the question.
Okay, doctor. I mean, as we are in this topic of handling a negative surrounding, and we have more questions that came in
Okay.
because Surinder Sona Kaur has asked us about negative vibes are much more stronger than us. Example, if
Mhm.
I'm having a positive vibes, but then when this person come along, what she's literally saying is that the other person is just sucking away positive vibes,
Yes,
and
right.
how she can actually overcome it.
Okay, first thing, it depends. Okay, like the common question is basically there are two kinds of people. One who can inject a lot of positivity into someone, another type is they can inject a lot of negativity into someone. On the receiving end, there are also two kinds of people. One who can reject whatever negativity is given to them, or the other, they accept whatever negative is given to them. They are weak. So if you realize that someone's negativity is overpowering you have to cut away ties with that person, at least for the time being. Get yourself fortified, get yourself more equipped, get yourself more vibrant if you really think you need to associate with that person again. Then another question is they usually ask is what happens if it is a family member or close friends that we can't cut away? That is where you need to have a mental detachment with them. You live with them, you stay with them, but everything they say and do, it should be a pinch of salt to you. Don't take them too serious because you can't cut away from them. They're staying in the same house. They are your relatives. You're going to always see them. So you can't run away from them. But what you can do mentally, you can cut ties with them. That means their words doesn't have much impact to you. You don't take their words too seriously. In other words, it is just a pinch of salt.
Beautiful, doctor. Beautiful. Viewers who are watching this, if you do have any questions, you can always engage Dr. Ravi or myself for this great topic of speaking positively versus living positively. And we are almost at 40 minutes our talk. I mean, Doc, you see, as we just started, it's already
Started
40 minutes.
40 minutes. Huh? Yeah.
I think I have lost track of time because I always practice one, Doc, if I have the opportunity to share with viewers and yourself, that our situation always changes as we evolve in this world of unpredictable situations happens. People change, environment change, everything is changing. In fact, even our own body is changing every second, right? Our cells are dying, new cells are born, and a lot of huge synchronization is happening in our body. But even though that is happening, we are living positively. But certain situation, like what doctor has said, negativity you may not anticipate. It may just come and attack you. But that is the time the resilient mindset have to come in. And we are at 45 minutes, and I know more questions are coming in. So I'm just going to pull this um, a particular question by Priya Darshini. Ivan, I feel that you can't change your environment, but you can change yourself to make that change. Yes,
Exactly.
totally agree. Totally agree. Anything on that, Doc?
Obviously, you see, I always say this. A lot of people will say a lot of things about you. A lot of negative things can be said. How many people are you going to fight with? How many people are you going to argue with? How many people are you going to go and correct? Let them talk. They got a mouth, they got the right to talk. You got ears, you got the right to shut it. See, in a simple example about environment, I give this example in my classes as well. If you go to a temple and then you give a donation for $10,000 and then you get a receipt, there'll be some group of people who will tell you, you know why he take a receipt? Because he wants to be recognized. He's donating because of recognition. Then you want to cater to those people and you say, I don't want a receipt. Some group of people will say, you know why is he not taking a receipt? Because it's all black money. Then you say, okay, I don't go to the counter. I'll just take the money and I'll drop it into the charity box. You put 10,000. Some group of people will be telling, you know why is he giving $10,000? That much of sins he has done. So he's buying God with money. Then you say, okay, I'm not going to give donation. I'm not going to go to the counter. Let me just serve people with food. So you give some kind of food donation. You know what some people will say? Oh, you see, under his company is going food donation. He want publicity. So people are always going to talk something, whether you do good or bad. How are you going to respond to them? How are you going to accept them? Let them talk. Let them say whatever they want. Let them be criticizing you forever. As long as your conscience is clear, you are clear about what you're doing, need not worry about them. Just move on. You can never
Thank
please
you, Doc.
anyone. Just like going for a cinema. If in a cinema hall there are 300 people, 100 people will say the picture of the movie was excellent. Another 100 will say it's okay. Another 50 will say hopeless movie. Another 50 will be sleeping in the cinema. No director can please 300 audience. Likewise, forget about the 250 people. Just cater to the 50 people who wants you and do good for them. That's positivity.
Thank you, doctor. So it just tastes, for you, you may taste it very sweet. For some, may feel very sour or even
Mhm.
tasteless. So we can't make everybody happy. In my
Obviously,
previous
definitely.
post, uh, in my previous post, doc, I always mentioned if you want to make everybody happy, you just got to
You sell
sell
ice
ice
creams.
creams. Everybody loves chocolates and ice creams,
Yes,
but that's the
exactly.
truth. That's the truth, right? But even as someone is trying to do good for the society, there's always five, seven, different speeches and motivations, and
Obviously.
some demotivate them as well. So it's very hard, but nonetheless, we just have to do what is right for us.
You see,
Before we take,
just
yeah,
again, one, just coming back to your point, like you say,
sure.
someone wants to do good for the society, right? Simple. If you want to do something good for the society, the first positive statement that you should accept is, I will receive negative comments. That is the first positive statement that you should accept if you want to do good. I will receive negative statements from the public. If you're not going to expect that, if you think that everyone is going to praise you because you're doing good, that is the first negative step you've approached to. This is where the understanding comes in. The world is made up of pros and cons, positive and negative. If 10 people are going to praise you, 10 people are going to condemn you. Accepting this itself is a positivity.
Beautiful, Doctor. Beautiful on that. Thank you, viewers. We are receiving more questions coming up as we evolve in deeper conversation with Dr. Ravi on the topic of speaking positively and living positively. And here we are almost about 45 minutes. Doc, we have another question also.
Yeah.
We also have Sumadi have said, well said. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Sumadi.
Sumati.
Please, anyone just please tag. Okay. We have a question here. How can we use prayers to instill some positivity into our lives?
Definitely,
Ganesan
prayers
has asked.
is okay. Prayers, whether you take it spiritually or religiously, it gives confidence to a person. In fact, our ancestors or whoever created the prayer system, one of the reasons we were advised to do prayers was because it creates a confidence in us. We set our belief on something and we believe that it will happen. So the very fact that you're praying, there is an element, a substance where you can rely on to make you believe that someone is taking care of all the needs that I need to do, or all the negativity that I'm facing. Somebody is guiding me, somebody is protecting me. That confidence itself will penetrate into your conscious mind, unconscious mind, and your subconscious mind and create the belief system for you. And eventually, law of attraction will start working for you, where you will feel positive and you will naturally feel protected. So prayers do help to a large level, I should say. And that is the reason people go to church, mosque, and temples.
Thank you, Doctor, and thank you, Ganesan, for that spiritual question here. And we also have Rajini. Thank you, Rajini, for that beautiful comment that she just sent. Thank you, sir, and Vanan. Beautiful and meaningful message at the right time.
Nice, nice. We
Grateful and
appreciate that.
appreciative. Thank you so much. Doctor, to see these kind of beautiful messages, this is what actually we are trying to do back to the society, or rather,
Exactly.
giving back to the society to learn
Yes,
together
exactly.
and
Because
try
I
to
was about to say
evolve.
that. You see,
We try to
sometimes when
evolve.
we say we are positive, like we always say, I'm good, I'm happy, I'm living good, God is helping me, all the positive statements, yes, it's good. But what is much more than that? Praising somebody, complimenting somebody. If you realize that someone has some kind of a skills or talent, why not we just take our phone and message them and say, hey, I saw this, it was good. I find that something in you makes me very nice. I That is what positivity is all about. Positivity is not always about talking to ourselves about positive statements. If you're really living positively, you will recognize every single thing that is happening around you and compliment people. Like a simple thing, what just Ranjani is doing, that, thank you, sir, and one, and it's a beautiful, isn't that motivating us? What more do
Definitely,
we need to do?
definitely.
That's all. That is positivity.
I think at this point of Doctor, I think she became a greatest motivator at this point of time.
Oh, yeah, exactly, for both of us.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, Rajini. It's not actually what I call an ego booster, but I think
Uh-huh.
it's a way of appreciating that every single
Exactly.
second
Who
that
doesn't want appreciation, right? You see, even in any
exactly,
organizations or any workplace, why are we having promotions and award ceremonies? Because everybody wants appreciation. Everybody likes appreciation. Appreciation kinds of boost up the endorphins in them and they want to do better. So this is what we call positivity. That's all. It's as simple as that, actually.
thank
You
you,
see,
Rajini, and
Ranjini got a choice now. She actually got two ways. She can be watching this show and just keep quiet. And she got a choice to write something and make someone happy. So she chose the second method. That's all simple as that. It's just a matter of a decision.
thank you, Rajini. Today you are the motivator for us. Thank you, Rajini. Doctor, I mean, as I know, this topic can be very very deep,
Hmm.
and also people who may not disagree, but you see that's the whole idea about it. We want people
Okay.
to disagree, because if
Mhm.
everybody is going to be agreeing, then probably we are not doing a great job.
Exactly.
But Doc,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a personal question. If let's say if I wake up in the morning
Hmm.
and I'm just going to say this, but of course I'm
Hmm.
going to touch wood first because I'm not saying that. I
Okay.
get a lousy day.
All
Oh,
right.
the rain is gloomy. I
Hmm.
haven't got breakfast. My helper didn't prepare. Oh, my work is this. My boss is that. My manager,
Hmm.
my supervisor, the cat it just crossed over my path.
All right.
Example, I am just planning for failure. Somehow or other, everything that I said will happen 10 times faster than positivity.
Of course,
So, what
definitely.
is this positivity all about? Where this energy come from? Where, doc?
Okay,
Where?
if you want to understand this, you must understand the power of your subconscious mind. And for those people who are interested in the power of subconscious mind, I would suggest you should read Joseph Murphy's book. Joseph Murphy is a good writer for subconscious mind. I would just like to share that here. And subconscious mind is a very powerful thing. See, sometimes let me just give you a simple example. Now I just make a statement to myself. Vanan is a lousy guy. He's a hopeless fellow. For example, don't worry. My conscious mind, or rather my intelligent mind, it knows that I'm talking about Vanan and Vanan is a hopeless guy. My unconscious mind, or rather my emotional mind, feels happy when I'm criticizing or talking bad about you. But my subconscious mind doesn't know Vanan. It only takes the definition I have for lousy. So it programs that emotions, or rather that feeling about lousiness, the definition I have in my subconscious mind. And it starts multiplying. And that thought of lousiness, whatever definition I have about lousiness, multiplies inside. And that is where we believe that law of attraction works. And you attract more and more lousiness of such kind. So although I said Vanan is lousy, only my conscious level understood I'm talking about Vanan. The subconscious mind only thinks about the lousiness. Just like that, when I say today is a lousy day, conscious mind takes today. But my subconscious mind only takes the lousiness that I encountered today. So that becomes multiplying for the next few days. It works in the opposite. Today I had a beautiful day. Conscious mind takes today. Subconscious mind takes the beautiful. It attracts more beauty. Simple logic. This is why we always say, see, the whole idea of psychology and parapsychology, why do we have causes? Because people are ignorant. That is the reason we are having causes. And that is the reason people are having talks. You see so many YouTube videos on that. Why? Because people need to be educated about it. If not, you wouldn't understand what is happening. You think that Vanan is lousy, everybody feels so good about it. And the best part, now I'm telling you, Vanan is good. For example, I'm telling that to my wife. I'm also corrupting her subconscious mind. So when we are gossiping about someone, we actually polluting the entire environment. That's why it's very dangerous. It's contagious, negativity. We should learn to avoid it at verbal level first.
We also have another motivator, Lakshmi. Thank you, Lakshmi, for a
Thank you,
great
Lakshmi.
motivator for us. As this hour is great, this 1 hour program is really making us going to bed with positive mindset. Thank you, Vanan and Sir. Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lakshmi.
Doctor, as we talk about these contagious, right? It's a good virus, right? It's a good virus. But doc, this I'm going to share a little story again. I did this experiment on me. I love drinking coffee because the show is called Kopi with Vance. And okay, I'm going to say this brand. I love Starbucks. Okay, particularly that coffee. Starbucks, hearing this, show give us a complimentary coffee for Dr. Ravee and Kopi with Vance. Okay, okay, we love it. I mean, I'm sure everybody loves it. Even the local coffee shop also, the coffee is great. But this particular thing is with that styrofoam cup, And I told myself I am going to spill the coffee. It's an experiment that I did.
All right.
Somehow or other, my nervous system, my movement, my thinking will make it spill. So it's about 10 on 10. So negativity attracts way much more faster than positivity.
Obviously.
So could we say the positivity doesn't have much power compared to negativity, Doc?
Not exactly. You see, there's this father and son who went for a walk. Then the father was telling, I'm a very hot-tempered man. I always scold a lot of people. But I'm also kind. I make a lot of donations. And the son said, Pa, I don't understand you. What are you saying? So to simplify the matter, the father said, I have a lion inside me, which is very aggressive. I also have a deer inside me, which is very soft. And these two are always fighting. So the son asked, who will win? And the father said, whoever I feed will win. So it is not about negativity is stronger or positivity is stronger. It is about what are you empowering? Are you empowering the negativity or are you empowering the positivity? Say, for example, one, and yes, I have to agree that both are equally the same, but negativity has a tendency to be more attractive. Now we are talking about positive living, we are talking about fitness, we are talking about so much of positive thing. We have about, say, 40 to 50 viewers. Now I'm telling you, let us talk about some kind of we talk about some celebrity with all the negative doings. You see, you have 500 viewers now. People love negativity. That is the problem with us. We all somehow or other incline to negativity. We like to listen to negative stories. We like to think about negativity. And yet we also like to complain that why my life is negative. You get what I mean? So what you
Yes, doc.
empower is very important. What you empower is very, very important. If you want your life to be positive, you need to empower the positivity. If there's a switch in your house, right? There's a bulb and a switch. If you want darkness, you on the switch. If you want brightness, you on the switch. That's how negativity and positivity. What you want? You want brightness, you on it.
That's a beautiful way to explain, doc. I'm sure viewers capturing it. It's just that whether
Hmm.
we want darkness or lightness, it's all within
Exactly.
us.
It's us. Hmm. So no such thing as negativity is powerful or positivity is powerful. What is powerful now? What are you empowering? That's where the matter is. Yeah.
So at this point of time, we have Nitya Gunasekharan is also another motivator for us. Thank you,
Oh, thank
Nitya.
you.
This
Thank
will
you.
make us go for more talk shows. Thank you, Dr. Ravi and Vanan. Enjoying this with my children.
Very good. That's
Wow. This,
positivity.
doctor, we call it the cloud nine. It's
Uh-huh.
floating because it's a blessing. It's a really a blessing to see all these positive words coming out. And I think, like what you say, it's contagious. It have to be contagious. We need to give it back so that we can get more, so that we can even give more, so they get more tons of it. It's just wow. It's a cycle. It's a huge
Hmm.
cycle, doc.
Exactly, exactly. See, when you give something positive to this world, somehow or other it comes back to you in multiple folds. That's the reality. Don't ask how. Say if you give $10, that doesn't mean you're going to get back $100. It doesn't work that way. You might donate $10. One day, when you're really struggling in your life, out of nowhere, somebody might just step in and give you some food. You never know when it will happen. This is my experience, and I got no exaggeration about it. It's what I've experienced in my life. It will somehow or other come back to you in some force, and that is wow, how beautiful the world is.
So, doctor, at this point, again, I'm sorry. I know we have questions, but I think it's going even more deeper.
Good, good, good. Carry on. Doesn't matter.
Is our body or mind or the soul or the flesh or the skin, the skeleton, whatever we want to call it, because
Yeah.
individual
Okay.
believe in certain things, right? Is it listening actively and giving us? So it's a wishing tree. Our body is a wishing tree because eventually what
Exactly.
we want, when we put effort, it comes back to us. It seems like that.
Yeah. You see, we believe in neuroplasticity. There's such a thing called neuroplasticity. You can search on it on the internet. Basically, what is neuroplasticity? Is the ability of the brain to form and reorganize conditions and connections. If I want to put it in a very simpler term here, is your one cells in your brain talks to the other cells in the brain, and they form a network. Simple as that. So whatever you inject your thoughts with, your brain with, it somehow or other spreads to the other cells, and eventually it also spreads to your body. So if you're going to say, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm always sick, I'm having a headache, I got this, I got that, forever you're going to say that, I can bet within a couple of months, you're going to feel that your body is painful. Our thoughts as a magnificent power, it is very huge. What you think, what you see, and what you say makes a big impact in your life. I just like to summarize one thing here, since we are talking about positivity. The basic is your thoughts, right? Whatever we is our thoughts is the basic. Whatever you think and you formulate as thoughts, eventually it will come out as words. The moment it comes out in words, when you repeat it often, it will become an action. And when that action is repeated, it becomes a habit. And when that habit carries on, that becomes your behavior. And when that behavior continues, that becomes your character. And when that character formulates, it becomes your life. So the basis is thoughts. Pay attention to your thoughts. If your thoughts are positive, your life is positive. If your thoughts are negative, your life is negative. The equation is very easy. So we have to pay attention to this, that every little thing that we say, it attracts the universe towards it.
Doctor, today we have so many motivators in the house. Everybody has become a motivator after hearing our speech. Thank you so much, Shanti
I think he's
Raja
asking
Ram.
that if I were to ask you one positive step that I should begin my day, what would that be? When you wake up in the morning, bless at least 10 people whom you don't like. You see, it's very easy to bless people we like. Can you bless people whom you don't like? People have done bad to you. You sit down and say, let them be happy. Their family is good. Everyone is happy there. They are good. Can you do that? That is the first step to living positively. I God bless you one and I God bless you this, God bless you that. That is all living positively. People we like is very easy to bless. Only when you start blessing people whom you don't like is you living positively.
Shanti Rajaram, I'm sure everyone is going to do this. Everyone is going to do this. Like today, we learned so much, and definitely blessing people that we don't like. Whoever it can be, your bosses or supervisor or manager. We're not going to say who, but you know who. Just sit down and just bless them. Just send that
Let's put it
vibration.
this way. At one point of time, I also used to feel that why are people nasty? Why they're doing bad things? So I should also do something bad to them. Like sometimes when I sit down and think, actually, who isn't nasty? Maybe we might be good to some people. At one point in our time, we would have been nasty to some people. If God has forgiven us, who are we not to forgive others? When somebody is doing bad, someone is negative, somebody is ill treating you, it simply shows that they are ignorant. They are not educated enough on this matter. The best we can do is pray for them and bless them. That's it.
Thank you so much, Doctor. We have also a Dialan. We have also Rajini. We got so many people. We can keep on
Nice.
reading the names. Ivan and Sir, thank you for sharing through provoking ideas and wisdom throughout this dialogue. Will there be some daily habits beyond that we can practice to channel these thoughts to be charged positively?
Simple. Like I said, you don't have to do much. Like I said, when you wake up in the morning, bless 10 people. Simple. Start the day with. If you can do some kind of a good deed, maybe you want to buy a coffee for an old man working in the office, or you feel that you want to praise somebody for the day, at least do it per day, each time once or twice. That is more than enough. Make yourself believe that you are a good natured person. That is positivity. Others did not know. You don't have to prove to the world that you're a positive person. You don't have to show the world that you're doing something good. You have to believe that you're good. You are doing the right thing. And that is the simple habit you can cultivate.
Thank you, Doctor. We have some viewers who are going to try that tomorrow already. Thank you,
Yes.
Shanti Rajaram, for re-ensuring that everybody is going to do that. I mean, every one of us. I'm sure everyone will like their bosses, may not like your bosses. So I'm not going to say that. That is up to you. But yes, we are going to say thank you and bless everyone in our own ways.
You put it this
Yes,
way, Vadim, the thing about liking the boss, right? I put it here.
Yeah.
Whether you like the boss or you don't like the boss, nothing is going to happen to the boss. Do you realize that? But
Of
when
course,
liking
of
the
course.
boss or not liking the boss, your subconscious mind is going to get polluted. So why do you want to dislike someone where that person is happy in his life, but you are spoiling yourself?
Very true.
Yes, that is where the emotion controls come in. Yes, we are fed up. We hate our boss. Yes, I understand. But do you think everyone likes us? Do you think whatever we do, everybody's appreciating us? We have not done any wrong. No. Like I always say this in my classes, we all pray to God. God, everybody must be happy, right? Bless everybody. But everyone who prays that, they have a baygon at home, pesticide at home.
Yes.
Right? So when the cockroach come, they spray. But these are the people who pray that everybody should be happy. Then how about the cockroaches? Right? So whatever we are doing is also wrong. Some people find it wrong. Some people find it good. So everybody makes blunders. Let's forgive and move on, because we are keeping that hatred. It's only we getting hurt and we are getting our subconscious mind polluted.
Thank you, doctor. So yes, we are not perfect, but we have to try to be perfect, right?
Yes,
Hi,
yeah.
Vanan. Mr. Vanan, thank you so much, madam. Yes, thank you, Mr. All coming. It's okay. We wish to have meet sir in a different topics. He's explaining. It's very sharp and clear and sharp. Thank you, Vanan. May God blesses you and your family. Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. You know, honestly, these kind of messages, this kind of positivity, what keeps us going, it is like a recharge of our dopamine. It's kind of a
Mhm.
hormones in ourselves, which you can't be spend money, or you rest, or you can't. It has to come in with genuine feedback. Thank you so much. Not that we also have Chana Mohan who's trying to say something, but unfortunately the message off. So maybe you can try again.
All right,
Thank
all
you.
right.
We have Jitaram. Thank you, Jitaram. Thank you, Dr. Ravi, for refreshing these points. We'll be in to take these steps. Thank you,
Mhm.
Vance, for organizing. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. Doctor, I know we are coming to almost 1 hour, 5 minutes, and
Yes,
we
yes.
have we have another four more questions, so we're going to narrow it down, and
Okay,
so
sure.
that we're going to go sharper right now. I'm
Mhm.
going to take this right now. Positive mindset as an expiry date, because everyone has an expiry date.
Oh, yes.
It's just that we don't know when is our expiry date. But does positive mindset have expiry date, doctor?
Positive mindset, yes, definitely have a expiry date. So you should always rejuvenate it daily. Because why? Some if today I can bless you. Okay, now you say I can bless you. One and I bless you. God is blessing you, and you are going to be successful in your life. Your family is good. Blah 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 blah. If half an hour later someone is going to call you and say, "One, you're a hopeless fella. I don't know what you're doing in your life. You are really a nasty fella." Let me tell you, whatever positivity I injected with you will slowly diminish. You will take the negativity. So you have to replenish it every now and then. Positivity is like lighting up a candle or a lamp. You should keep on pouring the oil every now and then. If not, it goes off. So positivity has its own expiry date if you are not refilling with the oil.
Thank you, doctor, and thank you, Chandra Mohan, as well for that. Thank you, Dr. Ravi and Vance, for this useful topic. I also realized from this discussion that I've learned something positive from each negative situation. He got it, bingo. Thank
You
you,
see,
Sir
I
Chandra
like
Mohan.
the comment Chana Mohan is saying
Okay,
that she's saying that she saw a positivity in negative situation.
yes,
You've seen, right? The positive sign is a plus, negative sign is a minus. In every plus, there is a minus. So without that minus, you cannot do a plus. So if there's no
perfect.
negativity, you are not going to become positive in your life. Simple. That is really simply the signage itself shows a lot of things. In the positive side, there's always a minus, right? If you take out the minus, you can't do positive. So you need the minus in order to show the positive.
Perfect, doctor. I mean, perfect. Perfect. This one I gotta agree, because this is what exactly I share with a lot of people as well. But somehow or other, the question that I always come back. I mean, if I can share with you your expertise, is that oh, it's easy for you to say, but everybody's situation is different. I can't go through this, but like when you talk about the ship, right? The ship can never sink, but if the water gets into the ship, it just sinks. So it
Obviously.
matters what we are putting in, and the actions, not just talking. Unfortunately, people are just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, but
Yes, exactly.
no
That's what's
action, doctor,
happening.
no action.
You see, if I'm
Uh,
going to say every day I'm going to be fit, I'm going to be fit, I'm going to be fit, that's not going to make me fit. I have to go to the gym, or I need to go and do my running, or I need to carry my weights or whatever. No point just say I'm fit, I'm fit, I'm fit, I'm going to become fit. No way. Actions, and we have to work from it.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you again.
Yes.
Many of them are messaging us. Thank you so much
Uh-huh.
for all these interesting topic. Positivity breeds positivity. Positivity, however, attracts negativity. We need the balance. Life is such. Thank you,
Yes,
G.
yes.
Thank you, Mr. Maran Narayanan, sir. Thank you so much
See,
for
let me
giving
tell you
us.
very simply now, for those people who are watching now, one of the best positive thing they can do is drop a message here. So whoever is watching this video, even today, tomorrow, or next week, when they read the comments, they will feel like watching, and they too will get this kind of messages. These are the small things that we can do to become positive. We don't have to go and do so many difficult things to become positive. It is all very, very small things that make up a positive person.
Thank you, Mr. Maranji. Thank you, Ganeshan. Also, like how karma works, all about maintaining and balancing the scale. That's right. We got Vijaya. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you, Vince and Dr. Ravi, for the energizing message. Thank you
Welcome,
so much.
welcome.
We also have Vanessa. Thank you, Vanessa, for the ends together. Vanakkam. Thank you.
But in
Thank
fact, I
you.
wanted to tell about this sign, the Vanakkam
Yes.
sign.
Yes.
Do you know it's actually an emoji to clap hands?
Yeah.
It's not Vanakkam. Yes, correct. A lot of our thinking is Vanakkam, right? No, it's actually two hands clapping.
Okay, Doc. High five. This
It's
message
high
you're
five
going to
sign.
see. This message is going to melt you. You're going to be the top star today. Ta-da! Dr. Ravi, you look awesome and handsome today.
Yeah, but it came from a guy, like, it's okay. It's okay, still positive. I enjoy it.
Garrison, what happened, bro? Oh, it's okay. But Doctor, it's a compliment.
It's still a comment. It's still a comment.
No.
Yes.
If you think about it, to get a compliment from a guy telling
Yes,
another
correct.
guy in a social media, wow. So that may be the most accurate one. You got it up.
Nice. To be very
Thank you.
honest, I'm enjoying this show with you, Vanan.
Thank you,
I have to
Doctor.
agree that I'm enjoying this show with you. And I believe that it really benefits a lot of people. And that's what my intentions is and are actually. And we this is what our society needs. What we need now. See, let's not talk about the war is happening in Russia and Ukraine. Let's not talk about COVID, this, that. Yes, it's happening. We are not going to change it. What we can do in this such situation, what can we do? The least we can do is compliment people. Do something good we can. Like I always tell my class people that just buy those people who are driving, I used to tell them, just go to NTUC, buy 5 packets of rice. Whenever you are free or when you're passing by some elderly people whom you feel that they need the rice, just open your booth and give it to them 1 packet. That is positivity. That is all life is about. You don't need to be some kind of big situations where you need to talk about positivity. You need to be positivity, the big thing. No. See, like I like what Osho says. Somebody asked Osho how to be happy. Osho said, you cannot become happy because happiness is your nature. But what happened is you have set so much of conditions to be happy. If I get a job, I'm happy. If I get a degree, I'm happy. If I get promotion, happy. If I get bonus, I'm happy. You have set so many conditions to be happy that you forgot that you are happiness by itself. Likewise, we are all positive by nature. It is just that we are so clouded with so many emotions, we forgot that we are positive and trying to become positive. You don't need to become positive. You are the positivity. You are the positivity. Just display it. How to display it? Make sure you believe that you are positive. And when you buy this rice and give to some elderly people, you don't have to show it to the world. You give the rice because you need to validate that as a human, I'm doing something good. I'm a nice person. You believe it. You don't have to show the whole world to believe it. That is all positivity is about. It's actually quite an easy task, but sometimes it's not simple.
Doctor, as you said about this statement, it made me even dive deeper to the ocean. We are a seaman with millions and millions and millions of seamen. And at one particular sperm, right? We became a champion.
Yes, correct.
So are we not, or shall I say, we are a champion? We are blessed. We have a purpose to come into this world. But probably it's because of all these situation and environments and people and negativity has just drained out everything.
You forgot a lot of things, man, and that's the problem. Where's your cup? Can you hold your cup and show me the coffee? Okay, nice. It's a good cup. What are you holding? The cup. Okay, put down the cup. Okay, put down the cup. Show me your hands. What is in your hands now?
Nothing.
10 fingers.
Oh,
So if you can't see the 10 fingers, for you, life is always empty. Just because the cup you put down, you think you have nothing, but God gave you 10 fingers in your hand. That is where positive living comes in.
Perfect, doctor. On spot. On spot.
We all think that we need something to, we need to have something to be positive. You came to this world as a positivity without anything. Like what you just said, out of 4 million sperm cells, we became the human. Wow. And we stayed in our mother's womb for 9 months. We survived the darkness. We survived. Now you ask people to sit on the floor, they say they can't sit, body pain. But inside their mother's womb for 9 months, they were in that position. and they fought all the way out and they're living. But the moment they came and stepped onto this earth, they start fearing. They feel they are negative. They think that things are not going their way. They don't know whether they can survive. You came from a liquid, you became a solid, you lived in your mother's womb all by yourself. Just your mother was a protector. And the moment you came to earth, you start feeling so much of fear in you. Why? Realize the real self in you, your potential, your nature. Every cells in your body is positivity and full of guts. It's just that we forgot what we are. Ignorance is what's causing us all this fear and all this negativity. Go back to your roots and find out who you are. And that's where you get back everything.
Thank you again, Doctor. Thank you so much. We have a beautiful statement. I'm sure viewers are still right now watching this. If you're watching this,
Yes.
viewers, please do share and like so that we can reach out to more
Yeah,
people.
please do
And
share. I don't know why sometimes it's very difficult to click the share button. Many people like to click the like button because they need to be identified who they are. But the share button is something that it takes very deep, including me, if I've experienced that as well. I think maybe we should learn to do that and share as much as we can. Like I always believe in this statement. Now we might have about 100 people watching it. Somewhere 1 week later or 1 month later, somewhere in the world, someone might need this message, and we don't know who is that person. And this might go to them through you. They might get these messages through you. So be that person to just share the button. Of course, it helps us. At the same time, it helps the universe getting such messages.
thank you, Doctor. It was a powerful
Yep.
message. So please, viewers who are watching this, please do share and like because at the end of the day, it's a sharing session and it's complimentary at Kopi events. And Dr. Ravi has taken his precious time to be here for the second time. And thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank
Doctor,
you.
I'm going
Thank
to
you.
read a
Thank
couple of names right now. If you can
Okay.
just allow me to do that. We have
Please do.
Amuda.
Please
Thank you,
do.
Amuda.
Don't worry about my time.
Uh,
I'm enjoying it.
Yes, thank you so much. It was really motivating. Thank you, Amuda Mani. Thank you so much. We also have Vanessa Jacqueline D. Cruz. I have many people who don't like me, but I still bless them and never dislike them. Thank you, Vanessa. That's how we shall go. We have Amuda as well. Truly appreciate this amazing topic. Thank you, Amuda, for giving us this comment as well. Nirmala has laughed. Thank you, probably
Mhm.
for earlier whatever that we have said. Sharon Jenny, thank you, Sharon, for sharing this and also saying that this session is such a wonderful session. Thank you so much. Definitely, we can go for another one more topic if a doctor is available.
Maybe we should
All
give a
right.
little longer break, then we come back.
Yes, we do. We do.
Yeah.
We need to do. Pushpa Lata has mentioned the sheep and the sea analogy is a takeaway.
That's nice. Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so much, Vanan, and thank you, Dr. Ravi. Pushpa, for
Mm.
watching this, please share. I'm sure you have done that. Thank you so much. We also have Rani Marcello. Hi, Dr. Ravi Van, spot on. Wonderful session. Thank you for this motivating session. Thank you. In fact, you are motivating us to go beyond our 1 hour session and reading
True,
these
true.
beautiful. Well said, Doctor. Thank you so much. Wow, we also have a Ganeshan sharing done. Thank you so much. Count our
Beautiful, beautiful.
blessings, little things that we have in our lives. Understand. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. It's just pouring down.
Mm.
Well said, Lauren. Thank you. We also have Ganesan again. Thank you, bro, for inviting Doggy for that. I mean, he's definitely taken his time. He should be
Yes, yes,
resting right
yes,
now,
definitely. Mhm.
but precious time. So thank you so much. We also have Dr. Deepam. Yeah, I call her Dr. Deepam. Thank you, Dr. Deepam. Thank you for insight as always. Thank you, Vance. Thank you so much from Durka Raman. You guys have answered many questions which people are fighting inside their mind. It was like a shining light at people's path, which will definitely make a difference in people's life. Wow.
Nice, nice, nice.
She's
Yeah.
a motivator. She's a
Oh,
motivator.
yes, 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 yes. Mhm.
It's very blessed to see so many messages that's come in. We just
Mm.
have another two more questions with Dr. Ravi and Kopi
Sure,
with
please do.
Vance after
Mm.
that. And then we're going to end the session. We have went above our schedule time, which is
Mm.
about 20 minutes into above schedule. How do we identify a person living positively, Doctor?
How do you identify a person living positively? Simple. First thing, they accept that there is such a thing called negativity. Number two, when you see a person living positively, they are always prepared to handle the negative situation in case it arises. Third thing, if you want to see a person living positively, they will not be sitting down and lamenting on their past or the negative things that had happened, they'll be thinking about the solutions, what to do next about it. Fourth thing, despite they going through hardships in their life, they will still motivate others to survive in this world happily. So it is not just one angle to find from. You can see that in their characteristics, their behavior, their pattern. A lot of attributes will actually show whether they are living positively. Like very simple, Vanan, you say if you go to you and your friend go for a mee goreng for today. Say tonight you go for a mee goreng meal. You like the
Doctor,
shop very much. Yeah, you are thinking
how
about
do
mee
you know
goreng,
that?
right?
No,
Yes.
how do you know that?
Well, maybe the cosmic is telling me. Say, for example,
No,
if you
seriously.
decided to go.
No, but
Yeah.
joke aside, but it was the truth because one of my great
Uh-huh.
cousin has came down from Australia, and
All right.
he's an Aussie guy. He
Uh-huh.
loves Indian food, so we were planning for a supper.
Oh, really? Nice to hear that. And I don't believe it's a coincidence.
Wow.
Okay, so what
Okay.
happens? What is the living positively? What happens? If say you go to the shop and you have planned it today morning, you plan, I need to eat mee goreng at 11 o'clock. And when you go to that shop and you find the shop is closed today, how do you know a person is living positively? They will say, well, this shop is closed. Doesn't matter. The prawn mee is open the next door. I will enjoy it today. So you got two choice. Either you can sit down, you can complain why the shop is closed, you can lament about it, you can say why God is doing this to me, or you can just walk to the next shop, buy the prawn mee, eat happily with your friend, go back home and sleep. Next day, come back for the mee goreng. What's going to happen? This is how you know people are living positively. Simple traits will show it off. Right? So your mee goreng, think about it. But
Doctor.
I can understand
Yeah,
sometimes that this world is full of mistakes. Nothing from
yeah,
our thoughts escape. Nothing from
never.
our plans escape. Somehow or other, whatever we think reveals to the universe. Yeah.
Uh, Beautiful. Thank you to the both of you all because I got to reschedule it again. Okay. Yeah. Uh, Thank you for that on identifying a person living positively. We have the last question, but not the least for now.
Okay.
The mindset. Okay, Doc.
Mm.
I know we are going to finish up with this particular
Mm.
question of mindset, but
All
we
right.
do often hear these as well. Your mindset would be strong. You can hear the
Mhm.
parents telling the children, your mindset, your mindset, your mindset. But the procedures, the SOPs,
Uh-huh.
the programming or the conditioning is not taught, but
Mm.
just the word mindset, 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 but
Mm.
nothing is set up.
Mm.
How can one evolve in this now?
You see, what is a mind is a collective thoughts. The basic of mind is collective thoughts. So, what kind of thoughts are you generating every day? What kind of thoughts are injected to you every day? That eventually becomes your mindset. We have to understand currently the situation that we are living in, our lifestyle, our family, our heritage, our tradition is all actually a kind of mindset that was given to us. So that is where you need teachers or trainers or mentors or guides. In those days, they call it gurus, to open up your ideas and make you think from the other side, make you think that there are more angles to look at something from. That is how mindset changes. So, like just I was telling you, if a sailor were to go to the sea, he has a choice. Either he complain about the sea, why are there so much of water, and why is the tide so rough, or he can also say, I must make sure that the ship doesn't sink. I must not get a hole. So there's two ways. It's only the mindset that decides which angle is he going to look at from. Like another thing, like for students, I used to say this. Most of like even our time it happens. I drop maths, I drop science. Why? Because it is tough. But if you look at it, if maths is tough, then why is it that some students got A and A star? So is it really maths is tough or the maths is tough for us? This is how you change the mindset. If you're going to say that mathematics is tough, you're going to drop the subject. Forever in your life, whatever is going to be tough, you're going to run away from it. But if a person who says only the mathematics is tough for me, I must find ways to understand the mathematics, he will master mathematics in a matter of time. This is what you call mindset. And for this, you actually need some kind of teachers and trainers to guide you think from a parallel angle.
Doctor, for
Yeah,
this topic, I think even 2 hours is not enough.
definitely. I can see. You give me 8 hours is not enough.
Yes, you see,
Yes, I have to tell you frankly,
you
even eight
know,
hours is not enough because it's something that everybody needs, everybody wants, everyone is bothering about. You see, simple thing. You're a trainer, right? If you were to
yes,
give me a weight to carry, say 100 kg to carry, 100 kg, right? What am I going to
okay,
say? One on heavy, la. I will never say I don't have the strength. But if you give the same 100 kg to Arnold Schwarzenegger, for him it's nothing. So I will never say I don't have the strength. I always like to blame it on someone. So I say the weight is heavy. The weight is 100 kg. It's not heavy or light. It's 100 kg. I don't have the strength, so I find it heavy. To someone, that 100 kg is light. This is what you call mindset. How you look at things. How you actually program something in your head. If you're going to say it is tough, it is tough. If you're going to feel that I don't have the strength, then I'll find ways how to be developing the strength. That's why negative people who blame others are always negative throughout their life. You need to accept that the flaw is with you. Work on it. See, like simple thing, somebody was asking us, what happens if the surrounding people are negative? It is not that the surrounding people are negative. You are weak. Let's face it. The surrounding people are not negative. It is just that you are weak, that you're letting them penetrate through you. So develop those skills, fortify yourself, make yourself stronger, make your mind power better so that this negativity doesn't hit you anymore. This is how
thank you,
positive living
doctor.
starts.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you,
Doctor,
Vanan. Thank you.
we got to end the session. I know
Oh
it's
yes,
coming
yes,
late.
sadly.
Yeah, but I think I'm just going to pull up one more question.
Sure.
It looks like she needed help, and I think it's
Okay.
also probably asking
Hmm.
to, I think, for generally as well. I think we need to
Okay.
address this as well. Why do some people blame on God
Hmm.
whenever they face a lot of negativity in their life, and
Uh-huh.
because of this, they don't believe in God anymore? And then we're
Simple,
going to
because
end the
God doesn't sue them. They blame God because God doesn't sue them. If only God takes a legal action against them, they will not blame God. Just for joke. The reason they blame God is like what I just told you earlier. Our human mind always needs someone to blame, someone to push the blame to. Just like what I said, I will never agree that I don't have the strength. I will blame it on the weight is 100 kgs heavy. Our mind is full of ego. Some of this is what we call unconscious ego mind. We don't even realize that we have it at times. We think that we are perfect, everyone else is wrong. No, the truth is we did something wrong. We are not strong enough. We have not fortified ourselves. We have not managed things well. And because of that reason, we encounter some kind of issues in our life. Why must we blame God? If you're going to blame God for the negativity in your life, then you must also praise God for all the good things that is happening in your life. See, now you got an opportunity to view this interview. It's a blessing, isn't it? Did you bless God for that? God, because of you, I'm watching this video. Thank you. No, we don't do that. But if something goes on wrong tonight, we will immediately blame God. And running away from God because God is not helping us is like running away from mother because mother don't have food for the day. So it's not going to help us in any way.
Beautiful doctor saying that, and Shiva Shankari, thank you so much. And I so
Yes.
just to add a little bit here, Shiva Shankari, I think doctor has explained well, but I'm just echoing a little bit there in terms of positivity and a little motivation. Humans are such. We act according to our emotions, and we go into situations. And like what doctor said, we always like to blame some people. When something we expected for, and if it didn't come to us, or if we didn't
Mhm.
get it, we often fall into this misery state and blaming every other things except ourselves. And that is
True.
also our biggest fault, because we are not evolving, we are not progressing, and we didn't take failure as a learning lesson to pursue
True.
better, because greater things will only happen to people who made that failure, because you have tasted blood of failure. So press on. And even if people are listening this out of experiences, I'm also sharing that eventually everybody will go through challenges and failures or obstacles. You become a star as long you don't give up.
Yes, yes, true.
Thank you
Nice, nice,
so much, Doctor.
nice
Thank
conclusion.
you. It's almost 1 hour, 30 minutes. Doctor, just a
Yes.
very, maybe in a less than 30 seconds, or probably, any tips, final tips for the viewers before we say bye-bye?
Say there is no, okay, just a few tips I can give. There is no positivity without negative experiences. One, positivity is not about avoiding negativity. Positivity is about handling negativity. Two, fortify yourself to a point where no negative thoughts of others penetrate through you or to you. Three, believe that your mind is far more powerful. You always have a choice whether to be a positive person or a negative person. Choose to be the positive person. Work on your intelligent mind more than your emotional mind. Naturally, everything will fall in place well. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much. With the view of our responses of our viewers, I think definitely we are brewing something together. We will inform the viewers as in due time, but still
Yeah.
in progress. We still have to meet a lot of coffee sessions with Dr. Ravee and Kopi with Vance. And probably, yes, you might able to see these more classes conducted, or even eventually a possible, talk sessions that's coming up on a regular basis. But please stay tuned. Nothing is confirmed yet. Still all brewing. Thank you so much, Dr. Ravee, for spending your one
Thank
hour
you,
30
Vanan.
minutes.
Thank you. It's a blessing
We
to be
all will
here
have
and
a
talking to all these
fruitful day.
people.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank
Thank you
you,
so
everyone.
much.
Thank you, everyone.
I'll
God
sign
bless
you off.
everyone.
Thank you so much. What a wonderful session today. I mean, I enjoy my Wednesdays, 9 p.m. with all the viewers and with our guest speakers as well. A great topic today on the speaking positively versus living positively. Yes, thank you, Sharon. We got more messages that's coming in. Thank you. Thank you so much. Just a little takeaway on my personal experiences. I mean, as a motivational speaker, I always say things very differently. Sometimes the hard truth, just like Dr. Ravee. If you are going through some kind of challenges, which every one of us will go through, if you are not going through any challenges, bless it. It's, praise God. Whatever religion we are, we always talk about good. We always have a great feeling. But if you are going through some kind of challenges, if you're going through some kind of hell, I'm sorry to say that, yes, don't turn back. Make sure you finish the journey, because the moment you finish the journey, you are coming out as a star, which means it's a fruitful session. It's going to be a entirely different experiences which others may have not faced it. You're going through experiences, you're going through pain, but you are recovering, rejuvenating, and recharging. That is all about our life. And today's session with Dr. Ravee, it's speaking exactly what we have shared. All right, how to stay positive and how to speak positively, which is what we are talking about, speaking positively and versus living positively. Thank you so much, viewers. We have more messages that's coming in. Thank you. Wow, more thank you that's coming in. And Pushpa, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, our mind is more powerful than you think. We will be back again on our next topic at Kopi Events. I really enjoyed this session. I'm not going to miss it. I'm sure you're not going to miss it. Which will happen 9 p.m. every Wednesday in Kopi Events. I'm sending my greatest gratitude and thankful for Dr. Ravee for spending his precious 1 hour 30 minutes of his experience and tons of humbleness that he has to come and share with us at Kopi Events. Yes, it's time for me to say adios, amigos. Catch me next Wednesday, 9 p.m. on a different topic which going to interest you. For now, Kopi Events, you all have a fantastic and a wonderful week ahead. Bye.